Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ritual Flow. We're going to see what's going on to the energy today. I've been picking up some vibes of anger, someone feeling kind of slighted, taken advantage of, in some way cheated out of something, in something. Yeah, we're going to take a little look-see, a little gander at this. I'm hearing what's good for the goose is good for the gander. This, something about a relationship here. And I don't know, something about that feels like one person defaulting to the other. Or... basically one person being beholden to the other, trying to appease the other person, trying to keep them quiet. So that things stay feel balanced and harmonious. The goose is making a big stink about something. And the gander is just trying to make them be quiet. It's it might be hard for someone to think and gather their thoughts because this person is raising their voice, yelling. I don't know. It's kind of like a tirade. Oh yeah, this person is really losing their shit. And I'm getting it's like a female, feminine energy that's kind of trying to convince this masculine energy that they should be good because the feminine energy is good. But there's something about this that isn't good for this masculine energy. They feel trapped and just want some kind of peace. And it's almost the suggestion that in order for them to find peace, they just have to go somewhere else. This could be just needing to get out of the house, if this is someone that you live with, if this is you, or if you're the one who's yelling, maybe the other let the other person back up, take a break, have some space. Yeah, it's just some distance needs to be created within this situation, because it's feeling very hostile, very toxic and abusive, verbally. I mean, she might be throwing hands too, but there's something about the way this feminine energy is speaking to this masculine energy. It's not healthy. It could be related. This masculine energy may actually be wanting to go toward some other person who doesn't speak to them like this, doesn't treat them like this. Yeah, and this this feminine energy is like really showing her ass, and something about this interaction is, it's like the masculine energy has been like calm and patient, but it's like that was the calm before like this storm that has been stirred up here. But something about this cycle is meant to end. Like this cycle is closing out. It's ending. Okay, sorry. There's like, it's like, I don't know, like multiple like overlapping storylines coming through. And I'm trying to like stay on this one right now. So yeah, like this like toxic abusive cycle is supposed to be like closing out right now. It's like something very simple and innocent that this masculine has to say can sort of like, it has the power to like cut this woman like back down to size, because she's like making herself appear a lot bigger and, I don't know, more powerful and influential than what it like really is. And like this masculine is saying this like in defense of himself. Yeah, it's almost something about with like I don't know, it's still the same storyline, but it's similar. Something about this like feminine energy that speaks more nicely. Oh, okay, got it. That's what he's saying to defend himself. Like he's telling this like wackadoo, like irate woman that like communication was cut off with this woman who speaks nicely. Like he's telling her that like that cycle was closed out, that has like ended. But there's something about this woman who's like going off, because I am getting that like there is some truth to that primarily, but this woman that's like yelling and going off, like she's like not in her right mind. There's some sort of like mental health concern, or you know, regardless of whether that comes from like a natural imbalance or like some sort of addiction. Okay. It is some sort of addiction. It could be like a combination of things or multiple things, like take it how it resonates, but I'm like getting a heavy like hit on alcohol, that like this woman is an alcoholic, and she was probably drinking before this conversation began. And it's like something about her perception is like she is really going off the rails and like doing too much for sure. But there is something that she is picking up on. Like while this man may be like having his solid defense, and there's truth in the fact that he has cut off like communication with whoever this other woman is concerned about, he has still been like spying. He's still been spying. Like, he watches the nice woman in some way. I mean, it's like kind of giving like slight stalkerish vibes, but I'm also getting the impression is that like it's not really like he's like hiding in the bushes and like doing any kind of weird stuff. It's more like he's hiding it from this woman because like he like knew how she would act. But there's, it's like the I don't know, like the verbal communication was cut off, like to create harmony, to like appease the woman with the issues. But it's like something about watching this other woman brings him a lot of comfort. I mean, it's the Empress. It's the Empress. Like there is no more comforting energy in all of these cards than the Empress. So it's like something about watching that woman in some way. I don't know if it's just like peeping her social media or whatever, something like that. Maybe just like, it's like something on the routine in town. It can be different things for different people, but like he's still able to keep an eye on this woman without speaking to her actually. And that brings him some sort of like comfort, some sort of reprieve from like the hostility and chaos that this other person is like introducing into that connection. Yeah, like there's something about this spying has caused this conflict. Like, I don't know if maybe he got caught, like, looking at her, or like got caught on her page, got caught looking at a picture of her, or something along those lines. It's like there's I'm like getting heavily like digital space though, whether it's like digital photos, like some platform, or like something that was saved, or some kind of content. I don't know, but it's like something online, because there is a distance between, like some sort of distance that would like have to be crossed, like some need to travel. And at the bottom is the Five of Wands. I mean, I'm sorry, I said that again. The Five of Wands, Five of Swords are very, very similar. They're both fives. And they're both on the sort of the more negative side as far as the fives go. It's like this conflict is it's rooted in some sort of passion. I just heard someone saying, like, if I can't have you, no one will. I'm getting like a very like dangerous vibe from that. Like this woman might be like saying a lot with her words. I mentioned like she might be trying to throw hands. Like I feel like this could get to the point of like her inflicting some sort of physical damage to someone or something in this scenario, whether that is like just like the property and the surroundings. I mean, it could be multiple things, whether like she's going to try to like attack this masculine, or whether she's like feeling like trying to attack this empress, because like she feels betrayed and she feels very strongly about that. But it's like there's something here that like the betrayal has only been in like communication with this woman. It's only been like a mental betrayal. But this woman, for some reason, she thinks that it has been physical. Well, yeah, like she thinks there was like a physical like meetup and like celebration between the Empress and this masculine energy. But it was like purely mental and emotional at whatever point he cut off the communication. But like this woman, the other thing on her mind is she's worried that masculine has been giving this Empress money. But like he hasn't been. Like all of this man's money goes to whatever children he may have. And, you know, if this man if they don't have kids together, like all of his money is going to her. But something about like the way she's been acting and behaving and like bringing herself into the relationship, like she's been behaving like a child. It's a very, all of it is, I don't know, it's like rooted in adult things, but it's like a very immature response, immature like way of handling things. This woman is very emotionally immature. It's like she may look and like present herself as being like more so than she is, but like she lacks emotional maturity. Yeah, like what did I say about like this woman like trying to hurt someone? Like if you are the masculine energy dealing with this woman, like be aware. Like you might not think that this woman is like capable of doing some sort of grave harm in the physical, but I'm warning you that she is. She very much is. And look, and it's like, and it's something about this. It's like, it would be never something that she would do if she was like in her right mind and sober and like being like a growing, healing person. She would never like do something like that to someone. But like, because this woman is not sober, like she will absolutely take it to that point to try to like ruin the connection, like the emotional connection that this masculine had with the Empress, and like ruin any sort of new beginning, ruin like any chance of like stability that they could have together. If this couple is married, ruin any chances that like he could remarry somehow. There's something here where all of this is like a fated event. It's like something about this occurring is like the wheel of destiny turning to like align something that's been very slow paced and stagnant, but it's like ultimately leading to some sort of like emotional happiness and like victory in this. Is like I can't stress enough how big of a role fate plays in how this is going to happen, because like I said before, like this card has multiple meanings. Like it was his defense about like having ended the communication, but the first thing I said is that like this woman's behavior is going to be the cause of this ending. But it's like it ends in a very particular way. And it's not the way that she thinks it will. Like, oh. I was going to say it doesn't end in the way she thinks it will, because she thinks that she thinks that she's going to hurt this woman. And that then the two can stay together. But I'm also getting like if that like the masculine shouldn't think they're too safe, because again, this woman is not in her right mind. She could potentially like injure you, masculine, even though like what she really wants to do is just like get this woman out of the picture. She may have taken a hit out on this woman to try to like put a stop to this. But if that occurred, something about that has backfired. And like this, something about this woman's drive to hurt this woman, it's like that's like her last resort, like taking matters into her own hands. But like something about doing that, it's like her trying to change this fate is her downfall, is her loss. In her trying to hurt someone else, she's going to end up hurting herself. Yeah. She wants to bring balance to the situation. Like this woman is going to get drunk. This woman is going to get drunk and get in her car and go toward wherever this other woman is with the intent of harming her. But there's some sort of protection. It's like, because that is like a fated event. Like, what she's trying to do is, like, she's trying to affect the free will of others in ways that are not allowed. Like, God is not allowing this to take place. And because she is still, like, fighting against God and, like, fighting against this movement and trying to, like, force things in a particular direction, that is going to come directly back to her, all of that energy. She is going to end up harming herself because she was trying to harm someone who like did not deserve this. Who, yeah, I mean, this is the Empress. Like, this is like a loving, caring, nurturing energy. Like, this woman did not mean the other woman any harm. It's like she was just, like, being herself, like like embodying love. And that the hostile woman is like trapped in a prison of her own addiction. And it's going to be what destroys her, because she's trying to destroy someone else. Yeah, this woman is very confused. She's suffering from some sort of delusion. It's like, it's giving an energy of kind of being all over the place. She's living in a fantasy to think that she can be this heavily into her addiction and still be living the life that she chooses. Like, I don't know, something about this this woman is literally destroying her own life, and it's because she's, like, an alcoholic. Oh, yeah. She made a choice to put something else between this man and this Empress. And it was another person. I don't know if that was, like, literally the hitman, or if it was, yeah. I mean, it feels like it is. It's like, I don't know, this, like, King of Swords is here. Like, he knows all about the whole situation, or, like, you know, whatever she told him. And he's there, like, guarding the door with his sword. I don't know, this was her way of, like, protecting her connection and, like, keeping this, what felt like competition, at bay. But it's like, there is no competition here. Like, someone imprisoned by their own mind can't compete with someone who has this, like, free-flowing, abundant, like, glowing energy that, like, comes from someone who's embodying the Empress. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, that's why this is fated. That's why this whole thing, like, has to come to a close, because this Empress is like a counterpart for this man, is like, I don't even know, like, how do I find words to describe that like depth of connection of it's almost like indescribable. And it's like this man was always meant to, always aligned to choose this woman. And that's what part of the problem is. It's like the woman who's not sober and very hostile is just not willing to accept the path that she was given in life, and was trying to manipulate it. And I mean, that's a form of mocking God. And there's all kinds of reasons that like that wouldn't work out. But it's like, I don't know. Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. I don't really want to say that, but I have to. I heard the trash takes itself out. And because that's essentially what is occurring here. And like, that sounds so harsh and almost like mean-spirited for that woman to be considered trash, but there's something about that. It's not that anyone else in this situation considers the alcoholic hostile woman to be trash. Like, no one actually thinks about her in that way. But the way this woman is behaving and conducting her life and creating disrespect for herself through her actions, she is treating herself like trash. And therefore, and like, she is tasked with taking her own self out. But there's a lot of resistance and confusion about that on her part. Like, she thinks she's going to be doing something else because like her mind is not truly lucid. Yeah. This masculine energy like thought he would be good, like when he cut off communication, that it would smooth things over. But something about the fact that the indescribable pull of this deep, powerful connection, like, he was trying to just like smooth things over with a hostile woman, because like he didn't want to upset like his life. He didn't want to upset his like financial, like the physical aspects of his life. And he thought, well, if I just stop communicating, then everything can kind of like chill and stay where it is. But it's like the strong pull of that connection, like he could not help himself but to keep watching this woman that he feels so deeply connected to. And that is what has caused this sort of sudden upheaval, this change in, it's like it's disrupted the harmony that he thought he was creating by cutting off communication, because he didn't cut it all off. Like, watching someone is still a form of communication. It's just one-sided. There's some Okay, there's something else. Oh. There's something else about this conflict being deceptive. Like, this masculine doesn't know the great lengths that she has gone to behind the scenes to try to, like, keep him with her and, like, miss out on the divine love that was meant for him. She's done a lot of things that she thought she was going to get away with. But she has like, she has some sort of attachments because of her addiction that are dark. The devil is here, like, in the, like, hidden beneath, in the middle of things. It has her in bondage to that lifestyle. I'm getting, if the masculine is intuitive in any way, like, the masculine could have had dreams about, like, some sort of, like, demonic looking critter, like, roaming around somehow in relation to this woman. And it's like, I want you to know that, like, if you are seeing something like that when you go to sleep, it's because it's real. And it is attached to that person that you see it connecting with, even if it's not something that they're conscious of, because when you, like, weigh your body down with addictions, it opens it up and makes it vulnerable to things like that happening. Like, the addiction itself is a demon. And, like, something about that, she's bound to it. Okay. This woman has been to rehab before and relapsed. I'm getting that she's been to rehab and relapsed multiple times. This has been an ongoing issue. She may have been to rehab up to 3 times. I heard 3 strikes, you're out. And it's not coming from the masculine, though. The masculine wants to give her one more chance. Like, let's try rehab one more time. You know, that's what you need to do. But, like, God said 3 strikes, you're out, to this woman in particular. And God is going to handle it so that the people he intended to come together can come together to have this reunion. It's something connected to a past life, and things will move very slowly. I'm getting, it's going to take a lot for this masculine to get over this whole entire situation and bring communication back in. He'll keep watching for a while, but eventually it will end in marriage and some sort of equal reciprocity, and this man being able to step into his power and his truth, like, and enjoy this new opportunity without hesitation, and really really feel so much more solid in his emotional state than perhaps he ever has been. She could be pouring a drink right now. This man, because like I don't know, he's kind of been living in his own little shell, so to speak. It's like he's not only isolated himself from this woman that he loves, he's also like isolating himself from this woman that is terrorizing him within his own home. He's like had to go into hermit mode to protect himself. It's like, this is like a very traditionally minded person, and it's like, this could be a marriage, because there's some sort of commitment or oath or like something that this man has made, and he feels like he's doing the right thing by upholding it. And cutting off, just sort of like mentally blocking it. That's kind of how this man has been surviving. It's kind of like on autopilot. I'm getting dealing with this woman has made this man very numb and disconnected from his heart. That was what was like so intriguing, why he can't stop watching this other woman, because like that woman, like I'm seeing like a battery, like jumper cables, like jump started his heart, and it's like there was like this like twinge of electricity in it again, that like he didn't know that it could do that anymore. And like something about that gave him hope that love was real and it was something he could experience, but that something about that also terrified him, because he thought that's what he was going to experience with this other woman. But it was never meant to be like that. It was always meant to be about learning whatever lessons he's learning from this experience, and moving through it and past it on to something else with like the different energy, like being able to have that emotional stability and completeness. Like the King of Cups, though, we saw that's like a very like mature and full. It's like the King of Cups is not afraid to feel. But the King of Cups also knows how to manage and handle those big feelings and feel secure in that. And that's not something that this man has been able to achieve with the alcoholic woman. Because, I mean, like, alcoholism, like, it affects everything about your body and brain. It's literal poison that you're drinking, and if you do it a lot, it does a lot. So this man's mind is kind of like shut down. But there's some sort of like, there's also some sort of work going on behind the scenes, like some sort of collaboration. Ah, there's the King of Wands. Yeah, okay. Yeah, while this man's mind is shut down, oh wait, yeah, okay. Okay. The man with his mind shut down is part of the way he is able to do that in the face of all of this like tumult and chaos is through his work. He's like really focused on work, like working every chance he can get to avoid being around this woman and her hostility and all of the negative energy that brings to him, and also to get his mind off of like what he's missing out on. So the High Priestess is here. And I'm getting that's also the Empress. It's a very intuitive connection in general. It's just the masculine here isn't as currently connected to their intuition as they could be because of like how he has responded to and like survived, like enduring the experience with this hostile woman. But like the high priestess knows, like the Empress like knows what's going on in this situation, that it's because of the strong intuition and that strong bond in the connection that she's able to perceive the things that she cannot see. The Empress is in a period of like rest and recuperation, meditation right now. Like she's focused on like building her finances and like growing something. And that like brings her into this space of confidence and like preparation for this connection. Okay, I'm getting to there's another layer here where that masculine has betrayed his Empress by like refusing this connection, like refusing her emotional cup, like stabbed her in the back, like walked away from a new beginning with her. It was like something about the like juggling these priorities, but I'm also getting that like, I don't know, there was like something else that this masculine was juggling. Okay, that's what it is. Like, the masculine judged the Empress too harshly. And that's because like some of the stuff wasn't in place yet. God had the Empress in like a space of stasis, like here in the church, in the temple, like under an order of protection for the Empress's own stability and care, because like there's something else that the Empress has been dealing with too, like this man that was like put in the way. She's been dealing with that. Okay, people's storylines are going to be different, but I'm also getting that something about the masculine and his betrayal, he could have been involved with putting that person in between somehow. And there's something about, like, regretting that decision because of, like, what has happened to the Empress. But, like, initially, he was seeing the Empress as less than what she actually is because God had her cloaked for protection. And he refused to accept her. Decided to, like, give this person here another shot, or maybe possibly even decided to go a different direction with, like, someone else. That's what it is. There's, like, someone else who appeared to be an empress. They were sitting there looking like an empress on the surface. And so they did a very foolish thing by refusing, like, the true empress's cup of love. They walked right off a cliff away from their real empress and into the arms of a false one. They may have even been juggling this false empress with the hostile alcoholic woman. If, like, those were concurrent, or they could be the same person. But, like something about this decision has left this man in deep regret and poverty. Like something about this situation has been draining this man's resources significantly. Like, I don't know if it's all of the trips to, like, rehab, or if it's, like, she's just getting drunk and, like, buying a bunch of shit she doesn't need, or, like, I don't know. It's, like, something about what she's spending money on. It's, like, a lot of money, and it's, like, not okay to be spending money on. Oh. Some of the money was spent on putting this man here in between. But, like, justice is being served in this situation, one way or another. And whoever is at fault for trying to meddle in God's plans is going to receive their karma for that in direct proportion. So, like, the alcoholic woman is going to get what she gets for the role that she played. The man in the way gets what he gets for the role he played. The masculine gets whatever for whatever role he played. And, you know, the empress as well. Now, that being said, that can go either way, positive or negative. Like, whoever was acting, like, shady or spiteful or hurtful or harmful or, like, meddling and messing with anyone's free will in this scenario, they will be receiving negative karma in the proportion that they were trying to interfere. And anyone in this situation who was doing the right thing and showing love and being good and kind and fair about the situation, that was, like, upholding whatever standard God is setting, they will be receiving something positive for their efforts. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This process that this masculine is going through with this situation, it is meant to transform him into his emperor energy. Because, like, the emperor has the authority. The emperor belongs with the empress. And, like, whenever there was, like, communication happening between the emperor and the empress, they were not yet in their, like, full form, so to speak. Some transformation had to occur on both sides for them to, like, fully step into that. It's like something about, that's why God had the empress cloaked. That was to, like, let her put the finishing touches on her, I don't know how to say it, like, empressness, without being disturbed. But, like, someone interfered in that. But it's like I don't know, like, okay, no, the empress was in empress energy, but it's like, I don't know, it's like a bajillionaire, like, going out on the street dressed like they live on the street, and, like, that sort of vibe, and, like, being undercover, like, going undercover. It was like that, so that this empress could see how the different people in this scenario would treat her based on that surface appearance, without necessarily being able to see all of her true value on the inside underneath that cloak. And this woman, moving forward and being able to, like, fully step into her empress energy after this experience, she's just, like, taking the cloak off and being like, ta-da, I was, like, here this whole time. Surprise. But something about this whole process has been for the emperor to realize his emperorness, and to, I'm getting, for the emperor, he was walking around like he was dressed in someone else's clothes. He's been, like, I don't want to say, like, living a lie, but he's been more like, I don't know, I'm getting, like, something about, like, military dress, like, or, like, school uniforms, like, when you have uniforms that you have to wear to, like, belong in some sort of group or organization or school, whatever, everyone kind of looks the same, and doesn't, like, it's like, it's not acceptable in those environments necessarily to, you know, use the whatever's clothing you to express your individuality. And it's like this emperor energy, this masculine, has been walking around with just, like, the uniform that was handed to him, like, oh, like, these are the clothes we're supposed to wear. Everyone's supposed to wear them, right? So he just, like, put those on, and he's been wearing them every day, to the point where it's like he didn't even realize that he could just choose not to wear those clothes. and wear something else, something more befitting of him, something that better expressed who he was as a person, instead of just sort of like disappearing into a sea of like cookie cutter. I'm seeing like the little like cookie cutter houses that are all like they're all painted a different color, but they're like the same shape and the same layout in like one of those type of neighborhoods. It's like those were the kind of clothes that he was wearing over his self. Like, he was pretending to be just a regular person, and just at some point he was like genuinely believing that about himself, when in actuality he is like this unique divine being who belongs with this unique divine woman. And he's had to go through this process for that to be revealed to him, so that he can like go into his closet and like throw those clothes off that were never really his clothes, and like put on his emperor outfit. I'm getting there's something about this masculine that has and I don't mean this in any sort of like derogatory or like mean way, but like this masculine has not had the backbone that was necessary for him to have with this hostile woman. That's what what's good for the goose is good for the gander. He's been defaulting to her whims and her wiles and like wild, just like, I don't know, it just feels like really chaotic, like some like nonsense. Like I don't want to be like around that, which I generally don't like being around overly drunk people, because they're just like, I don't know, it gets messy and gross, and it's not really fun. But this woman has taken advantage of the fact that this man sort of like lets her get away, and like is like always saving her, always sending her back to rehab every time she like loses her shit, instead of like standing up and protecting himself, protecting his kingdom, and saying enough is enough. Like, he let this woman destroy his finances with her like carelessness and addiction, essentially. And to some degree, he chose to do that on his own, because he was willing to time and time again let this woman have another chance, instead of saying like, no, that's enough. Like, there's been enough chances. Like, you're not changing in the way that you say you want to and say you're going to. Or, you know, I'm not going to speak to anyone's capabilities, but it seems like there's something missing here, that's like causing this many relapses. Like this is a chronic problem for this woman that shows no signs of stopping. And I'm also getting like that it wouldn't ever stop unless this emperor like stood up and put his emperor clothes on and was like, no, it stops. And like, since he is not being, like, God's hand is working to put a stop to it. But like something about this experience is like the backbone is growing. Like, I'm getting that this man's been in a very kind of like defeatist energy. He may suffer from like depression about the whole situation. And like something about being in that depressed state, it's, I don't know, there's something about this man's self-esteem. I think I mentioned at the very beginning something about how the hostile woman speaks to him. Like, it's like a condescending, like, talking down to him, like, saying things about him that aren't true, like, out of her anger. But, like, something about this man's current, like, state and, like, self-image, like, he kind of is, like, inclined to believe the things that she says to some degree. And that contributes to his lack of ability to, like, stand up for himself in this situation and keep defaulting to her. This feels like a narcissist empath dynamic. Like, this man is more than willing to see that there might be something wrong with himself, to the point that he's seeing things wrong with himself that aren't even there. And this woman has such, the opposite of that is, like, she's willing to believe all these, like, positive, good things about herself that just aren't even there and aren't evident in the way she's been behaving and, like, how their life has been going together. But, like, this man is, like, gaining his independence, like his hope and light will be reinstilled within him. And yeah, that's laid out right there. And like this reinvigoration of his hope, and like feeling like he has the independence to actually not just, like, be himself. It's like this man is going to have to either relearn, or I'm getting more strongly, like, learn about who himself is for, like, actually the first time in his life, because he's been in a position where he's always kind of been whoever he needed to be in the situation to like please other people. I'm picking up heavily too that this, like, started in childhood, like something about this people pleasing, and that carried over into this connection, into this relationship. And that's why he defaults. It's like that's what he witnessed growing up as being the right thing to do. I also heard that phrase, happy wife, happy life. It's like, I don't know if that's some sort of, like, philosophy that was taught to him by his parents, but that's not necessarily true. Like, you're an individual. Like, your happiness doesn't hinge on some other person and what makes them happy. Your happiness hinges on what makes you happy. And if that other person is destroying your happiness instead of helping you build it and create it, then that's not a happy life. A happy life and a happy partnership consists of two people being able to be happy independently and sharing that happiness with one another, and, like, further feeding into that happiness and growing that happiness that they individually have together into something bigger and happier. Now, and that is what this is, like, an energy of, like moving away from this kind of harsh, manipulative, like cold, like verbally hostile. There's a word, it's like on the tip of my tongue. I don't know, it's like her words are laced with acid. That they like this woman's words burn when they hit your ears. Like, not just for this masculine, it's like it could do that for anyone who was like listening to her say these things to someone. But it's like all of this happiness comes, all of this like good energy and like everything being like restored to its like proper alignment for this connection when this transition happens. That's interesting. It's like they're if this person has children with this person, there's a lot of concern about that. And it's interesting because it's like there's 3 people that I can see in this boat, but like over here in this happy family picture, there's 4. There's 2 adults and 2 children. So it's like if there's going to have to be like a some sort of like custody battle and how this plays out, or if there's any sort of like question or like temporary disconnection, if like the masculine has like a temporary disconnection from their child because of however this more specifically plays out, that's not something that he needs to worry about. That connection will be restored. And I don't know, there's just like no question about it. It's like, it's not coming through. Like, I'm not even getting why there was a question about it in the first place. Because, like, I don't know, like the severity of this woman's addiction is like, I don't know, that sounds like about the only grounds necessary to like, what's the word? To like display, to like explain that this woman isn't fit to be like, not even like having full custody, but like she's like not in a state where she is in a position to have like joint custody responsibly. Like, something about if this woman, if there's like separation of like houses and spaces and things, that this woman is going to drink because of her like emotional response to the situation, instead of like do the responsible thing and like actually stop next time she goes to rehab or whatever. Like, she's going to use that like emotional thing as like a reason to start drinking again, and she's going to neglect that child. So I don't know. I'm just getting like a really strong feeling that if there's a child in that connection, that they will be in a position to where they will be with their father full time because of the mother's behavior. like that she can't be trusted with like splitting that responsibility. And the masculine here, there's something about how this masculine, even when he like gets to this happier space, it's like he's still gonna have some regrets, some inner mental conflict with himself about the choices that he's made. Specifically about turning his back on this Empress and not seeing the situation from like a larger picture, or like more specifically, like for basically not seeing what he needed to see. But in some respects, like it was hidden from him. Like he was never supposed to see what he didn't see. He was always supposed to make this mistake. But it's like he's still like mentally struggling, or going to be struggling a little bit with the regret of not being able to see like what that was, what he had there that was upright and solid, and like turning back toward like all of these like spilled cups and resources and just like mess everywhere. An important part of him being able to come together and reconcile this in his mind and like ease his anxiety is going to be, it's got something to do with the way this Empress communicates, like the passion and intensity and the love with which she communicates. Something about the like, it's like teaching him how to see things differently. It's like that she's going to teach this man how to take to like opposing viewpoints in his mind and like bring them together, because it's like something about recognizing how they're not really like opposing and pulling against each other. They're just describing two different sides of the same thing, and it brings that unification in his mind. It brings that full circle for him, to where things turn out really well. Like as good as good as they could, as if God made sure that everything would happen this way. Because he did. He, she. I say he because it's like a habit, but I mean, God is actually like the unification of gender and everything. It's only separate here. That's why God is always finding ways to bring good things together, even if terrible things have to be moved through to get to them, because having both creates the balance, creates the unified experience. That's what this is all about. All right. If this is your reading, I hope it has been helpful. Good luck moving through your things, and I'll see you next time. Bye.